Hello and welcome into this follow-up on the review of the Hoover H-Wash 500. As you guys know, I already did a review where I complained about some problems I've been having with this machine and other hiccups along the way after 2 years of using this washing machine. Excuse me. Now, this machine turned 3 years old this year, and did it get better? No. Actually, it got worse because now the drum is failing on this machine. Alright, so sorry about that. My mom decided to come in the washroom. So, this is what we're dealing with. Along with the failing bearings. So, to cut this short, you already know what I have to say about this. So, cutting to the chase here, my personal opinion here is I'm pretty disappointed in this machine. I was expecting a lot better from this Hoover washing machine after hire or hayer, whatever you want to say it. Bought the company to improve their products. So I was expecting the reliability to be better, the wash performance to be outstanding, and the software to just work. None of those met the expectations I was having 3 years ago. And it was pretty apparent because 3 years ago, when I bought this machine, the app barely worked. The options didn't work, so you could set any option you'd want and it wouldn't work. It would just play the program default settings all the time. It took them a few months to fix that, close to a year almost. Very good. And after it was fixed, the app had a plethora of issues, constantly bugging out, slow on certain devices, and it's just borderline annoying to use, and it was pretty irritating, I will tell you that. So, and to this very day, most phones struggle to load the HON app, or HON app, or whatever you want to call it. It has the shittiest name so far. It struggles to load on most smartphones of today. The phone that I used to have back in the day, aka an Oppo A16 running a MediaTek P35, will struggle so bad running this application that it will take me like outright 2 minutes just loading the app, or clicking the options will take like 5 different seconds at a time to do something. But that's part of the issues. Coming back to the washing machine, the drum is failing after only 3 years, or after roughly only 1800 washes, something around the lines like that. Now, while that might seem a lot, LG, the one I had back in the day before this Hoover, with 8 years behind its back and doubled and tripled the wash cycles it has ever done in its life, it did have a similar issue with the bearings being loose, but the thing worked. It just ran and it worked. This Hoover so far has been probably the most unreliable washing machine ever. Between the shock absorbers just breaking out of the blue, and I had to replace those, and they're still loud even after replacing them. The belt constantly making whistling noises, which has been a thing since it was new, and the bearings being loud, and now the motor bearings being loud as well, which that started almost 2 or 3 years ago. 2 months after owning the machine, the bearings of the motor started roaring, and it hasn't gotten worse yet, but the bearings of the drum did get worse. And let's get to the washing performance out of the blue, because I want to get this video over with, because this machine has been a nightmare to keep up with. Water levels are atrocious. I will say this, for full loads, this washing machine does not use enough water, even with Aqua Plus enabled, which you can only enable from the app, which caused me to have so much headaches, as I always have to start the washing machine from the app for it to wash properly. Second, most, if not all, towels I've ever washed in that machine since it was new come out rough and ruined. Like, it literally just it feels like sandpaper. Like, it literally feels like sandpaper. No matter how many options I've tried with the wash cycle, they always come out like that, and I was so disappointed. and so was my mother. Honestly, I did not expect that at all. I've never had such an issue with washing machines making towels and even bathrobes feel like little sandpaper. One day I even got out of the shower, put my bathrobe, which was recently washed, and it was hurting my skin because of how it made the thing so rough and whatever. You get the point. It can't clean properly. All of our whites have never been cleaned properly ever since we bought this piece of shit, and I mean it. Like, stains hardly come off no matter what detergent we use. We even tried the stain removers and it still can't get the damn stains off, while LG got them off even on a 40-degree cycle, just to give you an idea. And outright terrible wash performance. Rinse performance is the same fucking thing. It barely rinses. Can you wash duvets on this thing? No, because there's no duvet cycle, doesn't use enough water, and the drum is so small that you can barely fit a single size bed, a small thing. You can barely fit it in. Reliability, you already seen it. Trustworthy, get out with that. You're not gonna trust this machine alone. It moves, it walks, it bangs, it jumps, it does it all, and it's just untrustworthy. Like, it even rips my clothes at times. You always gotta be behind the washing machine, constantly turning it on and off, doing this and that. It's not trustworthy at all. It's probably the least trustworthy machine I've ever used. And I honestly, and I'm being truly honest with my heart, cannot wait for that machine to stop working so I can replace it with something that I can trust. I can just press start, forget about it, and know that my clothes are actually gonna be washed, not feel like crap, and the stains are actually gonna get out. Now, I'm not gonna listen to opinions online because I need to see it for myself if this machine was really as bad as people made it seem to be. And personally, now I'm starting to think that people were right, and it's just bad. I expected this machine to at least last me 5 years. I'm like, yeah, Hoover's not that great. Maybe 5 years at most it's gonna last me. 3 years and the drum is already failing. Safe to say I'm not gonna get this machine repaired. Nuh-uh. I'm actually gonna replace that machine. I'm getting rid of it. As soon as the drum gets worse, that machine is going. Also, after that machine is gonna break, I might delete my Instagram account. If you guys haven't read the bio, the ones who follow me on Instagram, because I'm actually tired of that platform. I don't want to be in there anymore. And most people piss me off on there anyway whenever I make a story, when they're the weirdest replies I've ever gotten. But that's besides the point. Summary, Hoover was great for the first year. But after that, no more. I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Hoover product again. That was actually my first ever, I think. But yeah, my opinion is standing. You heard it. It sucks. It's not reliable. Whether you should buy it or not, it's up to you. But this is my opinion, and that's my experience. Personally, if you want to buy a Hoover like this and you want to risk it, please stay away out of the Autodose bottle. It's crap. Like, it doesn't put enough detergent. It doesn't put enough softener. It's bad. Just simple as that. I'm going to end the video here. That's my opinion. I'm not going to make any more updates on the machine because that basically already explains it all. It's not high quality. Things are not made how they used to anymore. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching this final follow-up review of the H-Wash 500. And hope to see you soon with a different machine, maybe, when this thing breaks. Who knows? See you guys in the next video.